Hey, welcome once again to my channel. This is just ifeatu, and I'll be discussing international land border crossing in Nigeria during the COVID-19 pandemic. Kindly subscribe to this channel if you like our content and would like to receive updates on future videos.
So during this lockdown, I want to see what the borders between Nigeria and the Benin Republic looks like. So we are presently headed to the Nigerian-Benin Republic border at Iwo in Benin Republic. So we'll see. After that, we're going to go to the southern borders. We're going to see what it looks like.
Coronavirus lockdown affected almost every country on earth. The lockdown was also applicable to several states and international road borders in Nigeria, within Lagos and Ogun states, which are international border states. I made this video to show what international travels on road borders within Nigeria is like during the COVID-19 lockdown. Nigeria is located on the coast of West Africa. It is bordered by the Bight of Benin and the Gulf of Guinea in the south. On land, it is bordered by Benin, Cameroon, Chad, and Niger. It also shares maritime borders with Equatorial Guinea, Ghana, and Sao Tome and Principe. Of all these neighbors, Sao Tome and Principe and Equatorial Guinea require visas from Nigerian travelers. Other neighbors would only require traveling with an international passport. According to statistics, there are 84 different international border posts in Nigeria and another 1,400 illegal land border posts located on the approximately 5,000 kilometers of land border. I choose to visit the Nigeria-Benin border in Lagos and Ogun states because of the proximity. I wanted to see things firsthand. It's also believed there are more than 80 different illegal border crossings located in just Ogun state. It is a sunny Saturday afternoon and the whole state is on lockdown. All businesses are closed and there are no vehicles on the road except a few who were providing essential services to the public. A few other commercial transport operators had to bribe their way to circumvent several law enforcement agents who were stationed on the route to ensure compliance with the lockdown order. There were a few deserted police, immigration and custom checkpoints. On a closer approach to the border, there were a lot more of them. We attempted to film our experience on the road. The driver advised us that the police and other border officials on the road would destroy our camera if they notice we are filming them. For this reason, we had to film with our telephone cameras in secret. We were able to film a little of our interactions with the police and the customs. We continued the long journey on this route. It was not busy as usual. Due to its strategic location, a lot of illegal trade and smuggling happens here on a daily basis. Illegal cross-border trade is carried out by settlers and transient population using knowledge of the locality and connivance with corrupt law enforcement agents to bypass and also locate alternative routes within these border towns. Goods smuggled include petrol, rice, poultry, tires, automobile parts, drugs, cars, used shoes, bag, clothes, etc. This route is also famous for its usage by human traffickers to transport young girls and boys from Benin into Nigeria. These often underage children are leased by their parents to work in Lagos for money. Most of these children taken from Benin end up as domestic staff in Nigerian households. Others are involved in menial jobs like riding commercial motorbikes, sewing, petty trading, etc. This, of course, happens virtually on all land borders in Nigeria. The legal trade on these land borders has taken a different turn in recent times. The Nigerian government government decided over a year ago to close its land borders to the import and export of goods. The Buhari-led government accused neighboring countries and businessmen of taking advantage of the porousness of the borders to export petroleum products and import rice and other poultry produce. The government claimed these activities are not good for the Nigerian economy. This policy, however, is a threat to the ECOWAS Charter, which allows for the free movement of goods and services within the ECOWAS member states. The resultant effect of this policy was the collapse of several businesses in Nigeria and even in nearby Ghana, who claim they have lost millions of dollars due to this closure. They cannot send in their goods to Nigeria from Ghana and vice versa. Ghana in turn has retaliated by closing down Nigerian-owned businesses in Ghana, except for those who have capital exceeding $1 million. The Nigerian government, however, claims the Nigerian customs has noticed a significant increase in the revenue generation since the implementation of this border closure to goods and services. On this journey, we were stopped by several police and immigration officers. In one case, one of the officers assumed I was a foreigner trying to escape the COVID lockdown. He even threatened to send me back to where I was coming from. At one of the police stops, we learned from one of the officers that the annual Oro Festival was happening at the Iroko town, and this festival forbids women from coming outside or being seen in public on the days of the festival. The police made this remark because of one of the female passengers he noticed in our vehicle. Even though she was visibly scared that she might be attacked by the faithful traditionalists observing this festival, she sounded very confident that she will be safe. The Oro Festival is an annual event which happens in August. It is a local festival in Idiroko of Ogun State and several other towns in Yoruba land and beyond. The festival dates back to the ancient times and it's meant to proclaim peace on the community. It's also a time of making sacrifices to drive away evil in the land. On arrival to the Idiroko border, we decided to speak to a few persons about this festival. They politely declined, advising us to visit the palace of the traditional ruler, also known as the Kabiyesi, who alone is authorized to disclose the information to us. We visited the palace, but unfortunately, the Kabiyesi was not on site to provide answers to our curiosity. We, however, discussed the festival with a few persons around the palace who chose to be anonymous. In summary, 1. This festival here in Idiroko holds on 3 consecutive Saturdays in August every year. In some parts of Yoruba land, the festival holds in 3 consecutive days. The sole purpose of this festival is to purify the villages and drive out evil from the land. Women are banned from coming outside during this period. In the ancient times, it is believed that if a woman gets missing as a result of being seen outside, she will never be found again. But if a domestic animal gets missing, it could be found. In modern times, however, the reverse is the case. It is also believed that once an indigenous woman is found outside, she will be taken, but she might be spared. But if she's a visitor, she will be gone forever. The Oro Festival happens in many parts of Yoruba land and many other non-Yoruba cultures. The government of Nigeria had attempted to put to an end the imposition of curfew on women during the festival. There has been an age-long issue with the adherents of this religion and other religions like Christians and Muslims, who think the celebration of the festival should not be used to intimidate their women. The event of this year was suspended by the state government and the Kabiyesi due to the outbreak of Covid-19. Yet the traditionalists went ahead with the celebration, which I assumed was the reason why the people we met earlier had refused to give us audience. So on arrival on the border post, local motorbike operators who transport passengers across the border illegally approached us when they sighted our approach to the border. Crossing the border is very possible. The motorbikes would charge 1,000 naira per person or 1,500 for 2 people if you negotiate very well. Being determined to have an experience of what it is to cross this border illegally, we decided to engage one of the old men we met at the border to show us this road.
So we just crossed over to Benin Republic now.
Yeah.
Back to Nigeria.
After this tour, which lasted for 30 minutes, we left Badagry through the Ziki route on a motorbike. We spent almost an hour on this bike, who requested 1,500 naira for this trip. On arrival, we were able to get a boat directly to Badagry. This is one of the shortest ways to link up with Badagry, from where we would continue to the next international border town of Seme. There are other alternative routes to this, but it will require one to go to Owode in Ogun State and then continue from there to Badagry. The road to Seme was replete with men in uniform. They did their job, and some of them extorted money from the commercial transport operators and a few people on voyage. Just like Itiroko, our arrival was greeted by swarms of these motorbike operators that transport people across the border illegally. We were told that it would cost us 2,500 naira per person to cross over to Benin Republic. We were not that adventurous to attempt a cross or to see what the remaining of the journey looked like, since it was almost 7 p.m. in the evening. We went back to Badagry to continue our tour to other places. Crossing other international borders in Nigeria during this COVID-19 pandemic is almost as the same experience, except for the Oron port, which I confirmed was open during the pandemic. Both here operate to different places within Nigeria and outside Nigeria. I was even told immigration and other border officials were working all through this period. Presently, lots of countries are gradually opening up their international borders and airspace. The land borders in most of these cases are still under lock, but we hope they will open up very soon. Please stay safe and travel safe if you must travel. Like, share and subscribe to this video if you like it. Thank you very much for watching.